What is going on? So we're missing a beetle here. Got it in the old paint room last night. Or yesterday. Thanks to Johnny and Ronnie. Appreciate you guys coming by and helping me out get that moved. So we're going to drag a bucket in here and we'll get on this today. Start wet sanding and start the taping process up. I got a couple more jack stands to get under the car and I'm ready to go with that one. And I had a couple questions on the case. The inserts. Kenny Miller wanted to know why it was any better to put the inserts in. I'll try to explain it the best I can. Let me see, grab a couple. It's a cat fight. Grab a couple studs here. And I'll try to explain it. I don't have an insert left here. I got to go buy some more. But here we have two different types of studs. We have a 10 millimeter stud and we have an 8 millimeter stud. The 8 millimeter stud gets torqued to about 20 foot-pounds, and the 10 millimeter stud gets torqued to 27 foot-pounds. Now in a race application, you know, the 10 millimeter stud would probably yield a little more torquing, clamping load than the 8 millimeter stud would, but along the line, Volkswagen decided to go away from the 10 millimeter stud to the 8 millimeter stud so it'd have a little bit of yield and stretch with the motor. That's why it's got the name Stretchy Stud. So it enables the head to move with the case and expand with the heat, where the 10 millimeter stud just tends to pull the threads right out of the case. This is a fine thread, and the insert is a 14.20, which is sort of coarse. And the idea behind the insert, the later model inserts, like for these aluminum cases, are pretty small. It's not much bigger than the 10 millimeter diameter. The inserts that we use to freshen the cases are 14 millimeter diameter. So the idea here is that you drill a lot of the fatigued magnesium out of the hole, and that's what fatigues, not the aluminum. The magnesium actually gets brittle, and the stud pulls right out of the case. So when you drill the hole out to 14 millimeter, you get into some fresh magnesium, fresh aluminum. You put the stud in there, it's coarse on the outside, so it's got a little more clamping area, and the 8 millimeter stud lets the head move with the case. So it's more of an upgrade than just a repair. Easy Jeezy want to know if I decked the case here, and I didn't deck it. I took it over to a friend's shop and decked it there. I don't have my mill set up yet. As far as the depth on the studs, you just want to drill all the way through. You want to drill the hole all the way to the other side. There's going to be some blind holes. What I do is I drill the hole through. On the ones that aren't blind, I mark my drill bit, and then I set the drill bit up on the stop on the drill press. And you have to adjust the table for each half of the case, because one half sits on the studs and one half sits on, you know, some sockets that you have to align off the dowel pins. Or I'm sure there's a table for the cases if you wanted to, you know, go that route. Here's the stop right here that I set. I'll run the drill bit through the case till it comes out the other end. Then I'll set my stop, and I'll do my blind holes like that. And the blind holes become not blind holes anymore, because the stud, once you drill it out 14 millimeters, you can put the insert right at the deck of the case and just use the factory studs. As far as drill bit size, let me get it over here. Drill bit is 2964 is the drill bit that I'm using, and then I go right to the tap, which is a 14.20. And Bug Pack sells the tap, and they also sell the inserts. I think Scat sells them as well. There's a couple different companies on the Samba that you can get the stuff from, and it's definitely a way to take and freshen up a case for sure, and you know, not worry about pulling the studs out. I've had really bad luck with cases that aren't inserted, and a lot of you guys that do American car work, you can compare it to the Cadillacs, the front wheel drive, you know, the Cadillac motors, that they have the steel head bolts going right into the aluminum block, and they seem to lose the head stud after a while, pulls out of the block, and they make a KD insert kit to reinsert the block and put the heads back on. So it's the same premise with a Volkswagen. I didn't make a video of doing that. I probably should have. It's sort of a long process. So what I'll do is I have 2 more cases to do. I'm going to pick up some more inserts today, and I'll drill and tap this bus case, pull all the studs out, clean it up. We'll put it up there and put the inserts in, and I've got 2 of them to do. So that'll show a couple guys that want to do it at home how to do it. You can do this if you got a drill press and a tap and a steady hand. You don't need much more than that. The mill probably would be better. If I had the mill set up, I could do it real slow and use the tap in the mill. But, you know, I'm not gonna try to tap the case in the drill press. It's just, it wasn't that bad. It takes about an hour to tap the case and, you know, about an hour to drill it. So it's about a 2-hour job. So on a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably an 8 or 7, you know, depending on your skill level. It's just a matter of getting the inserts in straight. They can go in crooked, so you want to make sure that you try to get them going straight. Get a stud to reference the location of the insert. You know, you want to make sure that it's parallel, straight, not pointing off to one side. And if you get them crooked, they can come through the barrel surface there. So now we got an 8mm stud, we got an updated case, and this guy will get a lot more miles out of the case this way, and the tune-up will be much happier as far as the head staying on the motor and not popping. And you know, it's a quick and easy way to make an old case that's not usable again. So and it's a good idea to do this because it's not something that the Volkswagen mechanics came up with on their own. It's something that Volkswagen actually came up with to solve an issue. So it's you know, a pretty cool deal. You can countersink these holes a little bit if you want to get the stud in all the way. I had to surface a couple of these, you know, but if you drill the hole all the way through and tap it all the way through, you'll notice the ones that you can tap all the way through. The blind holes you can never tap all the way through, of course, because the tap stops. But on the holes that you can tap all the way through, you'll notice that the insert lays pretty flat in the case, you know, because the tap actually makes the top of the hole a little bigger, and the insert has a little bare spot at the very top that you know, will go flush in the case. You can, I've done in the past, I didn't want to do it because I don't have a lot of surface here between the insert and the barrel surface. You can take a little bit and relieve the hole right at the edge. You know, basically you're taking the first couple threads out and depending on the bottom threads to hold the insert that way. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just leave it, tap it, cut the inserts down, and they'll almost always go in all the way down to that first where there's no thread. So like I said, I don't have an insert to show you guys. Apologize about that. I'll fix some of those up, and yeah. And as far as installing them, you usually want to know what I use to install them. This is what I use. It's just a 12mm bolt with a 8mm 8x125 exhaust nut on there, and that threads them right into the case. You can Loctite them if you prefer. A lot of people Loctite them in. I didn't Loctite these. I just screwed them in. They have quite a bit of contact area. When you Loctite them, if they do come out, they seem to take some threads with them, so I don't like to put the Loctite on them. And as far as the stud screwing into the insert, you know, you just want to screw the stud in by hand. You know, you don't tighten it down. You just screw that stud in until it stops turning, and you're good to go. You can see the stud stops at the thread, and then you have your thread. So you're ready to go. This one looks like it came out really nice. Everything looks good on this case. I got to take this down to Triangle and get some main bearings. I'm going to take the case and the crank down there and let them match that stuff up, and get the proper thrust bearing and everything for this case. And I think Ken's going to pick them up C35 and some lifters and stuff and an oil pump, and I need to make them a parts list basically so you can get that done. And we got to get some rods resized for him too. So, but yeah, so that's what's going on. And I forgot to show this to Johnny. You know, pay attention, grasshopper. I'm not going to show this too many times. You see that? That's how you make your Volkswagen motor not sound like a Volkswagen motor. So if you're interested, I've showed this mod before, and this is in the How to Hot Rod a Volkswagen book. So people always wonder why my motors don't have valve train noise, and that's why. All right, guys, let me go ahead and shut this off. I don't want to make it too long, bore you guys with a long ass morning vlog. I noticed my thumbs down guys back. There was 4 of them yesterday. I had a circle and a pivot, man. So yeah, what can you do? It's part of YouTube. But anyway, you guys don't have a balls to leave a comment. I noticed that, just a thumbs down. But I think you should leave a comment, you know, and let the zoo take care of your ass. I noticed that the thumbs down guy just has no balls at all, you know. He just puts the thumbs down, never leaves a comment, never has anything constructive to say. But I guess you'll never have a spine. So if you did, you'd leave a comment, you know. Leave a comment. That's what I say. You know, don't be a douche. Anyway, I got the Titan tranny out here. I'm going to put the bell housing on that this morning. Got to seal the bell housing on there. And going to take the converter over to the converter guy. Maybe I'll take the camera with me over there to FTI and do a little shop tour of that facility. That's a pretty badass place. They make some of the fastest converters in the country there. FTI, check them out if you want a converter. We paint some of their dragsters here and stuff. I think I've done a couple of videos of their cars. There you go, FTI. Chuck Samuel over there, he's a stand-up guy and builds some badass transmission stuff. He's builds all his trannies for the monster trucks and a lot of drag cars and stuff. You'll see FTI at a lot of drag strips. You go to racing a lot. So yeah, got a little cardinal there for you bird lovers. Cardinal. But yeah, so I'll read through a couple of the videos there and tried to answer some of the questions on video. Kenny Miller, you know, had the question there, and Easy Jeezy had a question. So hope I answered the questions. And yeah, I don't think I missed too many. There weren't too many videos yesterday. I did that gravy video. And yeah, I used to like to cook. I was actually a cook before I got into doing the mechanic thing. You know, I always wanted to do the mechanic thing, but when I was younger, there wasn't a lot of mechanic jobs, not like today. You know, there was a few mechanics in town, and it was hard to become a mechanic or a body man when I started. So I took all the classes and stuff, and I was actually a chef at a restaurant for quite a while there, and got into the automotive field just because I got tired of working every night till 3, 4 in the morning, closing the restaurant down, cleaning everything, and all that good stuff. All the stuff that goes along with cooking food that you don't see. But I do like to cook. Maybe I'll make some cooking videos or something. I don't know. I'm always looking for something new to keep you guys entertained, you know. You get tired of the same thing over and over again. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Went to the Volkswagen show. There wasn't a whole lot over there. I got a little video of that I might put up. But yeah, definitely not a John Kerry day in Florida today or yesterday. A lot of rain. Did get the yard cleaned up, the front yard anyway. You know, got the Bronco moved to the back, got the boat relocated there, and stuff like that. So, but still no Magnum parts. Waiting on stuff for this still. Hopefully today we'll find something out. Andrea's on it now, so it'll get done. Guy was trying to get his own parts, and that's usually always a disaster. But Andrea has the get it done bug, so she'll get it done. She'll find the parts for me, and that thing will leave, and everybody will be happy. So anyway, I think that's about all I got. I'll try to turn this back on. I got to clean those cases up. I'm gonna run down to Triangle today, buy some parts. I need to get a dash for the blue car, and I need to buy some bearings. I got a motor out here I need to build. Actually, I got 2 motors. I need to build 2 long blocks, get those on the shelf, so I got them in stock. And yeah, that's about it. So we'll be working on Lily. I'll get that video up because people like that car. So hopefully that'll be this week. We'll get that thing repainted. I'm trying to debate whether to just squirt the whole car again on the outside. It's got some little imperfections here and there. You know, you can always find stuff. And I could resand it and buff it again. Or I can just sand it all flat right now and clear it one more time and start over with the buffing process. I think that's sort of what I'm leaning towards. I won't have to redo the inside of the car, but I don't know. I just it's a lot of extra paint to do for no reason. Everything's painted, looks really good. I got the door here, door over there, and I think I just need to repaint that quarter panel and the cow panel and move it on down the road. So that's what's going on with that. I got a few dents I found on the other side, so that's one thing that's not very good. Let me see if I can, that won't even show up on video probably, but you know how it is. Car sits around and they get dents in them, and this one's no different. It's got a little dinger somewhere right here, and there's a little dinger right here. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and fix those 2 little dings, and then there was something right here that I didn't like up in the drip rail. It's a little, I don't know, there's a seam right here, and the paint sort of, I don't know, from the last paint job, isn't real pretty up in that seam. So might have to take some sandpaper, fold it up in there, and hit that seam. I've seen some guys come in here and seal this off with some self-leveling seam sealer. I don't know if we'll do that or not, because it changes the appearance of the body. So, all right, guys, let me go ahead and shut this down, and you guys have a great day.